Alrighty, welcome to the, what is it, the fifth game of the day, fifth set of the day. It's the first game between Desastres C and Dark Team Z, but Z, you know, the last letter of the alphabet. This is a category C matchup that was played in the first week here, but we're kind of going back into the archives to cast two teams that I've not seen quite often. So let me just introduce the players here. We'll just start with orange then. We have Fran Kamet playing as the Britons here in the orange. In the purple, we have Herno playing as the Indians. I like that. We have War Machine, cool name, playing as the Persians in the yellow. And then in the red here, we have Alejo Kamet playing as the Mayans. Very good stuff. On the other side, we have Paila Parse playing as the Ethiopians. The teal, we have Sukutrule playing as the Saracens. Okay, interesting pick. That works. We have JP Tataglia playing as the Spanish in the green. And last but not least, we have Abeja 6368 playing as the Portuguese. Interesting. Like, I've not seen a lot of people pick Portuguese on this map. That is a very interesting pick indeed. So let's talk about this, shall we? I mean, there's some civilizations that stand out to me. Like, for one, Portuguese. Now, Portuguese they are definitely seen as one of the weaker civs in the game right now. Definitely on open maps like Arabia, which Patagonia is kind of like Arabia. It's because their early game is quite weak. They get better as the game goes along because of their gold savings on the units, all the other stuff. Victorias, I guess. But they're especially good on water. Not so much land maps, I'd say. I mean, they can do both pocket and the flank position. They have gold savings on all their units pretty much. So that's pretty sweet. But still, so that's why it's not really I'm trying to say it's not really the go-to flank civ on Patagonia. There's better civs, right? Like Ethiopians and the Britons, right? Like those are better civilizations in this position. What else? Spanish have good cavalry. They have fully upgraded generic cavalry, so there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So, like, Spanish can play pocket, but we all know that if you pick Spanish, that you don't just want to play Paladin. So I think maybe Tataglia wants to go for Conquistadors, which is risky. Very risky. I think on more gimmicky maps, like Nomad Stars, other kind of maps, maps that are more closed off, like Iceburn, like Glaciar, or Nomad map like Urales or Islandia, right? Those maps are better suited to Spanish, I would say. But, I mean, this is the first week. They were just trying out a civ that they like, maybe. Saracens in the pocket. Saracens get 10 extra HP on their camels. So their camels are actually pretty strong. They're not the weakest camels in the game by any means. So, Saracens can do it, I'd say. Although they're more conventionally played as archers. So that's why it maybe looks weird. He's going to bring in the board. Very nice stuff. Anything else? No, I think that's it. I think that's it for the unconventional civs. I think we can start talking about the resources here. We've got a forward gold, forward berries, another forward gold for gray here. So that's rough. And also, this gold is quite far out there. So gray has a... Yeah, that's a shite base. That's what that is. My God. Like, one major wood line. Only one, basically. This is like the new old Arabia, right? It's the Arabia before the recent patch. You only had wood lines in the back, and all your resources were ridiculously far away from your base. Glad they fixed that. I mean, I really think we should just go back to King of the Desert 3 Arabia. I mean, that was like the best Arabia we have had in a while, so, Anyways, we're not here to complain about Arabias. We're here to talk about the tournament. We got a forward gold for red. Looks like he's going to wall that out, so I don't think he wants to take that. His main gold is forward as well, and he's walling to it, and it is an H. Look at that, H. Isn't that nice? Yeah, the thing with walling to your gold is, yes, it saves a few tiles of wood, but if you try to, if you have to defend this, it's easy for the opponent to deny your gold. Other gold is all the way out here to the edge of the map. That is not as accessible either, and it looks like red's just going to wall that out. Lots of walling from him in the Dark Age already, but he's Mayans, that makes sense. On the other side, we have purple almost running into a TC here. He's getting very close. Oh, you're playing with fire here. No, blue, don't ring the town bell. He got a shot in on the scout, though, so at least he can chase this away right now. But yeah, these villagers don't need to be idled. Using a mill as part of a wall, interesting. Forward berries. Forward gold on a hill, that's an awful gold. Let's not take that. This gold is also not the best either. It's quite far out there. Blue has actually still not found these 2 sheep, so he probably should get those. Has a main back gold, though, so that's fine. He'll be fine with that. And then on the other side, we have orange also has a back main gold, so he will be happy with that as well. Also didn't find a sheep. That's funny. So both blue and orange both didn't find 2 of their sheep and have a back main gold. Like a mirror, man. Yeah, both their forward golds are both equally worse. You know, equally awful. Oh, that's actually quite even. Don't we like that? You know, an even matchup. No one gets screwed over by their map. Very nice stuff. Looks like red is a bit up, he's up a bit late here. He didn't like go for any weird villager shenanigans strat. I think he had just had some idle time, maybe because of all the walling he's been doing. The earlier that you wall, the more it hurts your economy, right? Then that's the rule. So like, ideally you wall as you go up to feudal age. That's the ideal time, I'd say, unless you have a particular strategy in mind, like fast castle or drush and things like that. You know, you wall when you have the drush out, or you wall before you click up the castle age to make sure that your opponent can't get in and kill your economy. But no one is going fast castle here. That would be very risky. Looks like yellow actually sniped the villager here from gray. So yeah, yellow's gonna have to run away there. Getting a nice mill pick up. Very nice stuff for yellow. Yellow is trying to send in some knights here, but is going to have to run away from the scouts here because teal has more scouts, and then there's gray as well. And blue is sitting over here. I was already wondering what that was. Blue now going out to that gold as well with some villagers. Archer range is up. Of course, now because you're Portuguese, you don't need as many villagers on gold because you can afford 2 range archers with 6 spells on gold. If that's correct. I mean, I would definitely check and test it first before you believe what I say, because I'm definitely not the expert here. But I think, because of the discount. Still nice to have 1 villager more to work with for farms or wood or something like that. In any case, blue is not walled, and blue is about to find out why walls or army are definitely requisite on this map. And oh no! They get into the wood line. There were no quick walls whatsoever. These archers do not have fletching, so they don't kill villagers as fast. But 2 villagers do go down here, and blue has to abandon that wood line. Green is here with some scouts, but again, can't engage this. Orange should get fletching though. Like, right now, needs fletching. As blue is trying to drop another archery range. And blue's ringing the town bell. Okay, so there is a, like, I'm not gonna, like, complain about ringing the town bell thing. I think everyone can see why town bell ringing is not a good idea. These villagers right there, they're not in harm's way, but if you ring the town bell, they will still go to the town center, and they're not gathering any resources right now, which does add up. Like, if I had capture rates, I could show you the villager idle time, right, would shoot up in the moment you do that, because the villagers are not doing anything. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's just knowledge. And this is another thing, right? I shouldn't have to tell you every time that walling to your gold can be bad, but as you can see in about a second here, the moment that Gray decides to attack this, red is going to be off of gold. And red has a lot of archers in production now. He luckily is Mayan, so it's cheaper for him. But the moment that you lose gold here, you know, that production is gonna stop immediately. And yep, red. Instant reaction from red though. He immediately reacts to this. It's like he was almost looking at this. But reaction or not, he's still off of gold. His other gold is out here, which he is controlling with military right now. But yeah. He can still queue some archers though, so it's not as bad. Like it's a supply shock, right? There's some delay in there. Like the gold runs out now, but it doesn't immediately. You don't immediately feel that pain. As Teal dives to DC, and that was a mistake. He lost some HP on the scout there, and now Yellow with the amazing scout production here is gonna pounce on this from behind. Gray's gonna lose all his archers here. Teal's gonna lose his army, and that's a really nice clear up. I don't think Gray and Teal should have ran in there. I think they should have been happy denying that gold there. Up, they paid that price there. Really nice clear up here for red and yellow. Good stuff. Gray's base is really, really strange. Also, like he also vaulted the gold there. Yeah. I mean, it is the safest, quote unquote, well, again, quote unquote, safest gold he can take. But if you're gonna wall like this, why not just, like, if you're walling behind this, right? Why not wall around it, right? And it keeps it a little bit safe. Blue, in the meantime, looks like he took a giant fight over here. Looks like a lot of scouts have gone down for purple, but I think Blue lost a lot of vills there in the process as well. Has been off of both wood lines here. And look at these villagers. They can't do anything. Blue's down to 27 villagers. Blue is in a pickle. And this is not just because Portuguese aren't a very good early game stiff. This is also because Blue didn't secure his base. He didn't wall. He didn't wall the front, at least. And he didn't secure his gold. Like a tower here would have been good. Making a lot of archers would have been good. He's not making skirmishers because he doesn't have the resources for archers. Dropping a tower now. A tower that protects his farms and kind of protects his wood. But, I mean, Orange will be fine with that. He sees that tower and that is already a win for him. Okay, Green now got armor on his scouts though. He's gonna pounce on this. Purple is gonna sit into this little corner there, but I think the scouts should be able to clear this once the arch numbers start going down. Yeah, the scouts should win this. Yeah. On the other side though, let's see what's going on. Looks like Gray lost some archers there. Gray coming out there. I don't think Teal was here with support. I don't know, but it looks like a bunch of military has gone down, and considering that red and yellow are still alive here, they won the fight. Fortunately, we can't look at both sides at the same time there. Red's trying to find a way into his opponent's base, but yeah, all the house walls from Gray, actually, those are pretty strong, but there's a hole! No! Don't tell me you walled this entire map, and then there's still a hole. That sucks! That sucks so much! Frickin' hills, man. Oh, God. Just imagine how tilted you must be. You wall this entire base, right? You even go for house walls because that's better. And then there's still a frickin' hole. There's nothing that pisses me off more, man. Well, Teal's here with some knights, though. These knights have +1, so they do pretty well against the archers. I think Red is still going to lose his archer force right there. Yeah, Gray's picking that off. Really good stuff. Scouts cannot engage against the knights. So actually, Yellow deciding to engage the archers instead, and I like that. I like that a lot. You know, thinning out the numbers, making sure that Gray can't build his numbers, which with Ethiopians is especially dangerous. Ethiopian archers, anyone? Yeah, clear up here for Teal. We'll be happy with that. Yellow is on his way to Castle Age. It's a bit delayed here, but it will get there. In the meantime, trying to break in over there, but that's not going to happen. Because Red evidently has either played CBA or just knows that this is a smart idea. Putting the gate behind your wall, that way there's only one tile of space for melee units to engage against your gate, which is always good. Hang on, let me quickly answer a message here while we look at... We'll just look at this. Here we go, let's see what Teal's doing. Alright. Well, Teal is not going to go to red. He's actually going to go to yellow then. Okay. It's also interesting that he's still going to go for knights, because that is the thing with Saracens. Yes, their camels have more HP, but, and it's a big but, yeah, you don't get anything beyond knights, right? You don't get the Cavalier upgrade with Saracens. Like, it's knights only. There's nothing beyond that. So, making a lot of knights, yes, but you can't upgrade that army. So you have to be careful with that. Persian player is much better in that regard. They get that upgrade. But yeah, Teal is using his faster uptime. I don't know if he used to mark it or anything. I can't check that, unfortunately. But yeah, using that faster uptime to get some Knight army into Yellow's base, and Yellow does not have the army yet to contest this, but he's getting getting some forces out right now. He's getting camels too, which will counter these Knights pretty hard. Similar upgrades on these units too, so it's actually Purple is sending his camels back to help, but I don't think that's necessary. I think Yellow can hold this on his own. Teal's pretty hesitant to run in here. Yellow hasn't taken any eco damage so far. Yeah, so yeah, Yellow told Purple, yo dude, I'm a war machine. I got this. And indeed, he did get this. So for now, Blue is still holding on, but Blue is still in the feudal age. He's only now halfway up to the castle age, so it's gonna be a while before he gets crossbows out. Yeah, Portuguese don't get a lot of help in the meantime, of course. As Teal realizes he can't really engage against this many camels. I mean, Yellow's done a good job immediately getting some units out there. It's also on 2 town centers now. Persians will be able to boom quite hard here. And Purple is attacking a farm in the back of Teal's base. And Teal's now swinging his army over to Purple. To Teal. Wait, did I say Teal? I meant Purple swinging his army over to Teal. And of course, Teal, his army is down here. It's running away from camels that it can't fight. So, you know, Teal does not have a lot of military down here right now. Has team walled with green, though, so it's not a lot of maneuverability here. They'll have to break through this wall here. I don't know what Orange is doing so far. Britain's probably just massing crossbow army, I don't know. It's quite peaceful on this side so far. But Purple breaks into the team wall at least. But luckily for Teal, he was also walled. Actually loses a villager there to the scout with the upgrade. 7 attack on that scout cavalry. That's crazy. Instead, he's actually going to try to attack Green then. But Green is double palisade wall. So even though these are Indian camels with an attack bonus versus buildings. Oh, come on. Green. So he walled this double, and he didn't wall this part at all. Green, you're hilarious, man. That's really funny. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be able to laugh about this in a second. Yeah, he just realized he sees the camels coming. He's like, no. Now, why are we double walling one side and leaving that open? I mean, it might be that he was walling this, and then Teal said, yo, I got the team wall up, man. We're all good. You don't need to wall the back. He's probably looking at Teal right now being like, dude, you screwed me over big time here. The only thing is now that, I don't know what happened to Teal's army. I think Teal's army did go down in the back. Yeah, it went down in the back of Yellow's base. And the thing is, now Red doesn't have any... I mean, Gray doesn't have any support right now. So Yellow, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about pouncing on his crossbow army. And I think they should. I think they should pounce on that right now. +2 on the Knights. If we get a few more Knights out, get Red over here to help as well, take the hill, and pounce on this. Pounce on those crossbows. Ethiopian crossbows are only as scary as you let them be. And Red Gray is like moving so far away from any reinforcements that Teal could send. I think, yeah, Red coming in now with Yellow. Push them out into the open. Red, take that hill right here. Take the hill. Take the hill. Yeah, there you go. Very good. They're doing it. Yeah, Gray just realized it. But there's no way to go here. If he goes in here, it's a trap. Don't tell me he's going to go in there. If he runs in here, it's a trap. It's absolutely trapped. He has nowhere else to go. It's a trap. It's a trap. This army can't go anywhere. It has to stay on the hill. That's all it can do. Teal's trying to send Knights that way to come and save. But yeah, Yellow's going to engage against this. Red is firing from behind. They don't care that they're firing uphill. Yellow's going to take some losses here. But Gray's going to be cleared up there. That's a good fight for them. Purple's still running around in the back of Green's base. Green is still sitting next to Orange. And Orange is sitting next to Purple. So they're just kind of both sitting next to each other. Which is fine. Purple has had enough of Green's base. So he's just going to say, I'm going to join up with my mate. He's going to send his army to the front. Meantime, Teal, realizing he can't save Gray, thought, okay, I'll just run into Red's base. But, of course, if he does that now, he will be chased by chased by yellow as red rings the town bell, which, yeah, well, I mean, I guess his entire economy was at harm here, potentially, but right now, yeah, Teal's trying to run away here. He's getting blocked by the crossbows. He's getting stuck between houses because cavalry pathing is terrible. Oh no, all the knights go down and Teal isn't even fighting this. The knights are all confused. They don't know what to do here, and there they go. Oof. The south side looking really good for Desastres, and the north side looking really good for Desastres as well. This is, again, not a very big disaster for them, really. I think they're fine. Rams now to ram down the buildings from the blue player, so he can't reinforce with crossbows. Orange isn't even microing this because he has the numbers. Blue is now going to ring the town bell, but these are Indian camels, and Indian camels will shred this DC. Especially because they got some armor upgrades. Green does not have the military to combat this. He's actually... Yeah, you can only make knights, and that's the thing. You don't get camels. If he had a massive conquistadors right now, maybe. You know, maybe. But looks like Blue's gonna die to this, even though you know, just as Purple hits Imperial Age, his camels get an extra pierce armor, and Blue is kind of dead. In the same time, Red and Yellow are pushing into Gray's base, so Gray also being pushed, and this is the scenario that you never want to see. You don't want to be pushed on both sides. Now, Gray is going up to Imperial Age, so is Teal, so maybe with an Imperial Age, can they bring this back? Can they push Yellow and Red away, who are still in Castle Age? Looks like Red is thinking about clicking up. Looks like Yellow is a bit further away from that. He's making a lot of military right now. If they see, right, the moment they see that Gray gets Imperial Age, they need to immediately dive and kill this. Because if you allow Gray to get this many Arbalests, that is a problem. Also, Teal being an Imperial Age is a problem as well. Except the fact that a lot of these are Knights. And of course, as you well know, Knights are not scalable in Imperial Age for Saracens. And looks like Yellow and Red are actually taking the fight anyways. Before Gray makes it to Imperial Age. Before Teal can send in Imperial Age camels to help here. Looks like the armor goes down. And they realize it's over. Blue being dead. Gray can't push anymore. And the GG is called. And here we go. Game 1 will go to Desastres. Deservedly so as well. There were some tricky moments, but I think overall, definitely Blue being so far behind, Gray and you know, Teal running around, not really staying with Gray, and then Gray lost his army here, and then Teal lost his army over here, and then it immediately swung back over to Gray's base, and it goes that fast. It's a snowball. It's punishing. But GG. Let me update the scoreboard here for a sec, because we like to do that. Let's see, that's 0-1 for Desastres. Very good stuff. Let's have a look at the statistics, shall we? Great KD here for Purple. He was definitely killing a lot of units. Yeah, Purple and Orange doing a really good job in Blue's base. Like Blue, not only did he have Portuguese, he also just wasn't able to secure his early economy, and he got hit so hard at the start. You know, he was behind from that point, and it's hard to come back in the team game. It really is. But yeah. Especially when you can't you can't get a nice boom going. Yeah, 48 villagers only, so you're definitely a bit behind there. Red took some damage as well, but Red is, you know, Red is fine. It was a little bit tricky early castle stage for Yellow there. You know, he didn't have the military out. Teal was thinking about hitting it, but then Teal was kind of hesitant there to run in. And then by the time he did, Yellow had an army, you know, to combat that. Economy really nice for the Indian player, because you're Indians, and of course your economy is really nice. Persian economy pretty good as well. Kind of on par with the Saracen economy, I like that. The Saracen economy, a bit better actually with wood collection. Anything else we need to look at? Yeah, boom from the Indian player. Anyone surprised by that? I don't think so. Obviously not. And yeah, Blue was pretty much dead there, so GG. Let's go to a second game here. I wonder what map we are going to get. Let's see if Dark Team Z can tie this up and maybe go for the reverse sweep, or if Disaster C is simply too strong. And oh yeah, let's go. You know what this map is? You know what this map is? Hang on, let me show you. Second game coming up. And welcome to the second game in the fourth set. And yes, your eyes are not being deceived. It is Terrazas Andinas. Someone else actually picked this goddamn map that no one seems to like for some reason, even though it's awesome. It's an amazing map. It's a tricky map to play on, so I understand that a lot of teams are, their apprehensions, they're a bit cautious. They don't want to pick a tricky map like this. I understand that. Now I'm going to introduce the players first, and then we will talk about the wackiness that is this map. So, in the gray, we have Santi. We did not play last game, so he was switched in here. With the Japanese. Interesting. We got Khmer for Sukutrule playing in the teal. In the green, we have JP Tataglia playing as the Slavs. And then last here we have Paila Passe playing as the Tatars in the blue. Then over here we have, in the red, we have Alejo Kamet playing as the Cumans. I like that. Then we have War Machine going for the Berbers in the yellow. We have Herno playing as the Sicilians in the purple. I like that as well. And last but not least, we have Frankamet. Oh, they have a similar name there. Going for Vietnamese in the orange. Alrighty. Well, let's have a look at this map, right? You've probably already noticed, but yeah, players start with farms. They don't have a lot of sheep or anything. You start with farms, so you can immediately get your farming economy going. So, like, good farming civs like Slavs and Khmer are good on this map, which is why Dark Team Z went for those civs. I like that. You start on a little hill, a terraced hill, hence Terrazas Andinas or Andean terraces. Start with some mineral resources. There's not a lot of wood on this map. You have to go to the middle if you want the wood. And this is difficult. It's like Atacama again. You have to control the wood lines in the middle. And if you get pushed off of those wood lines at the start, you can have a rough game. Because again, not a lot of wood you can chop around your town center. And I know this is wood as well, but that's only 100. Oh wait, okay, so they changed this. They changed this map over the course. It's still 100 wood right here. But nowadays, it's only 10 wood per tree. So, in other words, completely not worth it to try to go here. You can't even place your lumber camp near these wood lines anyway. So, I don't think you don't want to go for this wood. It's just for the scenery. That's it. That's all it is. And last, beside the relics in the middle and all the wood and stuff, and the extra llamas you can steal in the middle as well for some food. I think the Tatar player will be very happy with that if he can get some. And he did get some. Oh, yeah. Some extra food on those. Good pick as well. And last, of course, you have all the golden stone that is around the edge of the map. Look at that. All this extra resources that you want to control. And the same gulf on the other side. So, there you go. Terrazas Andinas explained. As Orange is stealing all the llamas. Stealing the llamas. Probably some llamas from Teal there. Orange will be happy with that. So, now that we know a little bit about what Terrazas Andinas looks like, what civs could be good on this map? Like I said, civilizations that like farming, like Khmer and Slavs, you immediately get a little bonus, an eco bonus at the start here. Rhino says, good luck with the rest of the stream and with this wacky map. Well, thank you, little bro. I take it that you probably have to go somewhere, so thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, gonna sign off right now. Appreciate that you were here, man. Say hi to my parents. Any case, yeah, this is a wacky map. Definitely worth the watch here. Now, Japanese, right? What I think, like, probably was what talk to you later. Yeah, see you, man. What I think that was Grace's thinking here is two things. One is cheap lumber camp, so you can easily move your lumber camp around if you need it. Because 100 wood doesn't sound like a lot, but if you don't have wood, 100 wood is a lot of wood. The other thing is hours. And looks like Gray's going forward here. And that is to drop a sneaky lumber camp here in the wood lines. If he walls around this, it's pretty safe-ish. But not if Orange Towers is it. So I don't know what the strategy is for Desastres. I don't know how well they played this map. I don't think that most teams practice this map intensely. I don't think so. I find that hard to believe. As okay, wow, look at this. Yellow actually walling in this whole area there, so his woodline can't get towered really. Yeah, Japanese towers is maybe a thing. Tatars? Okay, so the thing with Tatars is that you know, at first glance you'd think, oh, that must be good, right? But actually, it's actually there's not a lot of hills down here. It's actually straight flat. And if you're fighting up your opponent's hills, then the Tatars bonus doesn't do anything for you because you do not. I mean, you take less damage, yes, but you don't do more damage, right? So it's right. It's not that hill bonus doesn't come into play as much on this map as you might think. Of course, defending your own hill is pretty good, but still need wood for that. And you know, again, when you're being pushed this far back into your base, you're already in trouble. That's the beauty of this map. If you pushed away from the wood line, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna have a bad time. As no, Gray's little safe haven was found out by Orange here, and Orange and Purple ganging up with their scouts, breaking through the walls there. And now Orange is gonna make sure that these walls never complete here. Fighting with Bills for now. I guess they were a bit hesitant here, like, oh, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, they've Gray figured it out there. So yeah, Orange. I don't know what the Orange's plan was here. It's gonna drop an archer range now. Was waiting for the wood probably. That villager will get killed. But yeah, there's no way for Gray to deny this archer range. At least I don't think so. He's probably gonna maybe try to wall it out. No, don't attack the foundation. That doesn't work. Okay, Orange, you got a wall in your ville. Oh, the quick wall. The quick wall. There's still a hole there, but still. Yeah, that archery range will go up. That archery range will go up. There's no way to stop it now. Purple will lose a scout here, though. But yeah, Gray was thinking about getting safe wood, and this is gonna be... let's just say that he will probably have to use his Japanese bonus for the cheaper lumber camps. That's very probable. Now, we haven't really looked at the stats for the other teams so much. Humans could do well if you go for either cheap stables or drop a town center on your wood line. That'd be nice, you know, protect it. I would drop it on the other side, actually. Because then that way you protect the back of it from archers, which is good. Orange, Vietnamese. I mean, I don't think they have a specific bonus on this map that I really like particularly, but they're solid archer civ. Sicilians, I just like as a civilization. You know, they've really come around. Farms are, of course, pretty good once, but only when you get the farm upgrades, because you get more food, double the food actually, per farm upgrade. So if you got plus 75 for one upgrade, it's actually plus 150 for Sicilians. And looks like Gray's going to lose the Ville. Nope. Purple Bills on that, runs away. Waiting for another scout to come here. And Gray, yeah, Gray's like, no. One scout we can fight, but not two. And that Ville will go down now. And don't get greedy now, Purple. Get the Ville. Get the Ville. Purple. And boop. And another boop. Come on, get the weak Ville, man. Come on. You're just taunting them now. Well, I mean, and this is also the thing, when you're fighting with villagers, the villagers target they target whatever you click. You have to manually target them, right? So you can run them around with one scout. As Purple is just going to clear up all 4 villagers. What a disaster of a start for Gray here. He thought he was going to have a safe wood line, but that didn't happen because Orange found out about it with his outpost and then just dropped an archery range in front of it. And now Gray doesn't have wood. Yeah, he has to go to his wood line now. Which he hasn't secured right now. Let's look at the wood that he has. 100 wood. Oh boy. He just has enough wood for a lumber camp. Unless he already dropped it. In that case, he has double the wood for a lumber camp. But still. What's going on the other side? Looks like blue and green. Denying the second town center from the Cuban player. I was wondering if he was going to go for that. Actually deleted his lumber camp to get out of here. It looks like it. I don't know what happened there. But this is really good from blue and green. Denying that town center is important. I mean, that would have been nice, safe wood for red. He would have been able to get a nice boom going, maybe. But I mean, even I would just build it for the protection, really. It's a lot of investment, but still. And didn't even have a barracks yet either, so he can't even make any military to protect himself. That's a bit passive here for Naleko Kamet. But I think he will be fine for now. Yellow has been making some scouts to protect him. Gray is He's taking wood, I guess. He's taking wood. He's still defending himself against the archers from Orange. Orange is actually going to go out over here. He might build some buildings over there to make sure that Gray can't easily get to the gold later on. Thinking late game. And that tells me that Desastres, they at least have seen this map. They have seen this map. And Manfredi says, what Elo are these guys? Well, I definitely don't know anything about individual Elo. This is category C, so that means that the average team Elo, after the calculation that the Virgo Cup admins do, is below 2100 on average. So yeah, this is the lower level of the tournament for sure. Even though, again, that says nothing about the quality of the games. As Red is actually just gonna lose this down center. Blue is actually walling it in, so Red is never gonna get here. Oh, you're welcome, man. No worries. I unfortunately, because these are recordings, I can't actually check the elos of the players. It doesn't show up. Otherwise I would. But here, Blue's losing some archers over there. Nice clear up there for yellow. But yeah, Red is gonna. I guess he was going to lose a TC, but I guess Green bailing out, giving up on that. But yeah, now it's walled. So Red has to walk all the way around if he wants to finish this now, or punch through the palisade walls. He could actually kill these archers. They don't have any armor and they don't have any fletching. And the archers are going to go down, actually. No fletching on the archers. Moving out without fletching is always a risk. In the meantime, Gray and Teal making it over to Orange's base. Maybe looking for some revenge here. Orange is actually towering. He is towering the Japanese player. That's hilarious. I mean, you have some stone and gold at your starting base. Purple, in the meantime, found the wood line from Gray here, and Gray is trying to wall that out, but some of the vills were on the wrong side here, as the Jaguar helped Purple kill those vills here. Red still can't get to his second TC here, and Green and Blue know, as long as they deny that, the Cuban player will be far behind here. They're far behind. He's not even queuing vills right now, so yeah, 27 vills. Not looking too hot for Red on this side. Yeah, the play for Blue and Green was much better. Gray could lose his archers here if he's not careful. Is going to lose into the TC if he's not careful, but now you're being attacked from behind by scouts. There's no fletching on these archers just yet. Nope. So they will get killed by these scouts if Purple takes a good engagement. Tower forward, archery range. Orange is hilarious, man. I think what Gray wants to do here, wants to go to Castle Age, and I think he wants to drop a castle to stop that. But honestly, I don't think we should waste a castle on this. Because what's more pressing is your wood situation. Because right now, Gray has literally 4 lumberjacks. That's it. As Orange is again hitting the gold over there. Like, imagine a castle on Orange's wood line. Imagine a castle to protect your own wood line. You know, those are the kind of things that are probably going to help you much more than dropping a castle in your own base to clear up a tower and an archery range, right? Like, preferably just drop a siege workshop, make a ram, right? I'm just afraid that he wants to do that. I think it just feels like he wants to drop a castle, but it doesn't solve his problems. It doesn't solve his problems. Like, his entire economy is stone right now. He's not farming. He can't queue any more villagers. He has a few villagers on wood there. That's his immediate issue, and that's on his map. You cannot lose wood control. You just can't. Like, look right now. Like, Red is never going to get to the second town center. Blue, look at the expansion here. I really like this. Just controlling the wood on this side, making sure Red can never get there. Look at Red's economy. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrendous right now. Yeah, and see, this is what I thought. I called it. I told you that this is what Gray was going to do. And I'm telling you, yeah, it will shoot down this tower and his archer range. But now you still can't go to wood. You still can't get here. And if Purple finds this, one archer can deny this entire wood line. That's the thing. And it's also not protecting any gold or stone. So this castle is nice and all, but Orange won't care. They'll be like, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. We'll take that. Don't really have the stone to drop another one either, so and there you go. See? Woodline gets denied. Like, this was predictable. And also, Teal might not even get this town center up, actually. If Orange and Teal, if Orange and Purple do a good job microing down the villagers here, yeah, there's no way. Oh, but actually Teal bringing in some scouts and knights over here might actually do the trick. Bringing in some extra vills as well. Yeah, orange and purple will get cleared up here as well. How many vills will be left to build the town center? Actually, it's still pretty even too. Better upgrades on the purple knights, that's for sure. All the villagers have gone down, so the town center is still denied after all of that. Teal will eventually clear this up, but it's going to take forever to get to the knights here. The crossbows, I mean. Man, this sucks on this side. It's like a complete opposite picture of the... like it's a mirror game again. I mean, red and yellow are trying their best here to keep red alive. But yeah, red is stuck in feudal age. He's not going up to castle age ever at this rate. He has 1700 gold. I mean, at this point, buy your way up, right? I mean, yellow is producing a lot of knights here, which I like. He's Berbers. This is what you should do with as the Berber player. Make a lot of military right now. Mix in some camels and it will be almost impossible to stop you. And don't tell me that purple actually won that fight. Purple brought over more knights, cleared up the knights from Teal. Teal tried to get to the town center. That's not going to happen. The town center is denied for now. And Gray still has no wood. And this is what I'm saying. Imagine if he had a castle up here right now. There was a little lull in the fighting. There wasn't a lot of military forward from orange and purple. And just say to Teal, yo, bring your knights over here, protect my castle. I get a castle up, and then I have wood, and then you're in a much better position. But now, yeah, you have a castle, but that castle doesn't protect you. Yeah. And the same here, you know, like red. Should, you know, at this point, if you can't go to wood there, send villagers, send them to yellow, right? Like, go into yellow's base, take wood there. Because you can't, like, not have wood for this long. Red has 40 wood right now. He doesn't even have the wood for a lumber camp. He's up to castle age, though. He bought himself up, as you can see. He bought himself up using the gold he had, the food he had stored up, so he'll get there. But it's not a good position to be in. Yeah, right now, blue and green will be loving life. Slav knight spam coming forward. Cavalry archers from the Tatar player. Yeah, he will be happy with that. Free thumb ring as well. You know, once you take this position, it's going to be really difficult to push the Tatar player off of this hill. Like, again, if they make it to the top of the hill, the Tatars will do fine here. Will do absolutely fine. Yeah, but yellow's going to try to take a fight here as best as he can. Red deleting the house here to allow the knights to encircle this. There's not that many crossbows here. These knights have +2 cavalry archers here as well, but I think they'll have to run away. They don't have bloodlines just yet here. Crossbow's going to go down. This is a good fight to be taking. Red tried to run away here with villagers, but he's going to get mopped up by the knights here. The red taking a lot of damage here again. He's down to 19 villagers. That's worse than Gray, and Gray's in the same spot. But he makes it to castle age. So at least there's that. And now Green is going to castle his TC. See, this is an aggressive castle that does something. Yeah, look at the military count on the other side. Teal's not going to be able to keep up with that on his own. A castle now is going to deny wood access. Again, it's going to deny some gold access. They're just kind of trying to strangle the economy for Teal. Who is probably running out of gold here. Has run out of gold right there. So he's now dependent on the gold over here in a second. Unless he sends villagers to the other side, which he might consider because they have more control over this side. Like, green and blue have done a good job getting themselves a nice position over there. Red is going to have to abandon his DC there, and there he goes. He realizes that there's no hope for me here. Yellow will have to defend this hill by himself now. Gray, at least, you know, at least this castle will prevent that from happening. Like, they're not going to castle drop him here. They're not going to be able to push him off of that DC anytime soon. Until they get to Imp, of course. But right now, they don't seem very interested in that because they realize that Gray is not their biggest threat. It's much more important to get rid of Teal here. So they're sending over the knights. Lots of economy here that is exposed from Teal. And lots of economy here that is exposed because... well, there's no army there right now. I don't know where... yeah, okay, Teal's army is right there. Purple now sees that, so Purple's like, okay, your army's over here? Well, we'll run out here then. And Teal actually sending his villagers down to the south. That's what I thought he might do there. And oh boy, here we go. Some villagers going down. Teal does respond to that. Has to send over his knights as well. His knights are still chasing some knights over here. Well, you have to do something here. The thing is, though, you have to fight with knights. They only have +1. You're up against crossbow and knights combined. It is not an ideal situation to be in. And we're going to get boyars now from the Slav player. I love it. That's awesome. You never get to see boyars. I mean, you have to make them from a castle, but look at these beasts. 120 HP like a knight. 12 base attack, which is more than a knight. 4 + 2 melee armor. That's way more than a knight. The elite version is even worse than that. They are literally mounted Teutonic knights at this point. Awesome. You all, unfortunately, don't get to see them often because people usually switch into siege and infantry with Slavs. But yeah, boyars, team games, if you can get to them, they wreck everything melee. They're like Teutonic paladins. He'll try and engage his army from the back, but yeah, there's little that he can do here. Green has walled off most of his force here. Blue has had to bring back some of his cavalry archers, so they're not pushing on the front right now because they're kind of distracted by this push from purple. And ooh, Teal looking to take the fight here. He wants to engage against the crossbow because he knows if he can kill the crossbows first, maybe. But actually has to abandon that because, you know, he's just going to lose his force there. Maybe he tried to group up with Green and Teal. A lot of cavalry archers, the Tatar cavalry archers as well, but they miss bloodlines, you can tell. They need to have 70 HP. Yeah, purple and orange are like, okay, if you want to defend that, we'll just go somewhere else, man. There's a nice farming economy you have over there. There's a nice wood economy you have over here. Let's go inside here and have some fun. Oh, and then one of the villagers kept the gate open. There's a hole right there as well, so the knights do run in. I don't think all the villagers fit into this TC. Teal will have to chase this now with knights. I don't know where his knights went. Oh, they're still over there. Has Gray managed to get to wood now? I am surprised how many crossbows he was able to get on the field here with literally having no lumberjacks. He has not a single lumberjack right now. Okay, that's not true. He has some lumberjacks, but they're cutting they're technically cutting stragglers there. We got ourselves a fight over there. Blue trying to take a fight. He has to heal. Look at that. This is what the Tatars are good at. They have to heal, do way more damage that way. Yeah, Blue realized that as well. Doesn't have ballistics though, you can tell. He's missing a lot of shots, which is not that great. Orange now taking the hill from Blue. But yeah, Orange doesn't have the numbers of the crossbows here. They also taking some DC fire as well. Yeah, Orange will have to get away here. He's gonna get encircled. Yeah, this army is as good as dead. There's no way. I think Orange will just try to get some value maybe, but no. Gives up on the army. Green. Gray just encircles it for real with crossbows, which is not useful at all, but totally fine. So after all of that, let's look at the position here. We have three people from the Disasters team going to Imperial Age. We have Disasters who have a firm hold over the left side of the map. Save a few gold spots over here, which they didn't push Teal off of. They have the central wood line. They have lost control of the right side because Blue and Green have pushed it off. Blue and Green, because they were distracted by the raids, are only now coming forward here as Blue is actually gathering relics. Very sneaky, I like that. Now coming forward here to raid, actually sending some cavalry archers in, and I think Purple just realized that, so he's probably signaling his teammates there like, yo dudes, we need to stop this. So yeah, Red did a good job here walling this in, so at least the cavalry archers can't easily break in here. Not a lot of places they can hit. It's all tropical down here, I like it. I don't know who they're going to send to deal with this though. Cavalry archers are very annoying if you have mostly night civs. Yeah, that's the thing. So blue has a great position over here. Like Blue definitely like awesome position. With the Tars too, right? Green is fine. He's fine. Teal could be better, but he's holding on to his own little space, even though that could quickly dissipate here if the Vietnamese player drops a castle that cannot be denied. You literally have to walk all the way around here to get to those vills without ranged units. And Gray still has no wood. And why that is so bad is because Gray can't afford a lot of farms. So his economy is going to be absolutely disastrous. As you can see, 27 villagers. Yeah, there's just no way. But Red also has only 23 vills. But Red Red has wood. Red can expand into farms. He can maybe get out to gold, which he's doing. Look at that. He's on 2 town centers right now. Red is gonna quickly reboom here, whereas Gray is not gonna get to do that because he doesn't have the farming economy to afford that. And now Purple makes his way into Blue's economy here. No, these vills cannot all run into the town center. Green makes it to Imperial Age. Guess he's gonna go for Elite Boyar then? Makes sense. But yeah, that's the thing. Blue's army is over here. This is where Blue's army is right now. Blue has to fight this. But Blue has nothing to deal with this right there. I don't see Green... Yeah, Green has to send back his Boyars here. Boyars will definitely destroy the Cavaliers. And, oh boy. Don't tell me Blue right-clicked the house there. Okay, phew. Because I thought for a second that they weren't going to attack. Oh wait, these are Grey crossbows. Never mind. I was so surprised to see Gray's army here. So Gray actually has army. Teal has army here. So they're trying to push this back. Let's see how this goes. Huge fight in the middle here. The Boyars, they're not elite yet, but they have so much melee armor. Fighting against the Cavalier who have a similar number of melee armor. They're also Sicilians. Hauberg Cavalier also have 6 melee armor. So they're actually quite equal to the Boyars in every way here. But yeah, Boyars are just... They win by virtue of being awesome. So they lack some attack upgrades. So this fight could have been better for the Boyars if they had the attack upgrades, had the elite upgrades. But yeah, Purple losing a lot of units there. You're losing a lot of units there, but I think he will be fine. Has some Cavalier in the back here. So I have to deal with this soon. Purple doing a good job here fighting with the Cavalier. Look at this. Look how slowly they die. Look how slowly they die. Look how many heavy cavalry archers went down there. That is not the fight that Blue wanted to take. He's also trapped. He can't get out. His army is trapped as well. This army is trapped. It can't go anywhere. That's a huge clear up here. Purple really carrying his team right now. Like, I don't know. Sicilian Hauberg Cavalier are insane. They're really strong. It's so weird. I think they're definitely the best Cavalier Civ. Like, Bulgarians are close with the faster attacking Cavaliers as well. But Hauberg, Sicilian Cavalier that take less bonus damage from their counters, and you can't convert them after First Crusade because, or barely because of the resistance the conversion resistance. It's just like that thing counters everything, and they realize it. They realize Gray is dead. Gray lost his army. Teal can't really counter this anymore. Blue can't do this on his own. Lost his cavalry archer army. As Blue says, BJ, which I don't know what that stands for. In any case, GG. This was a good game on this map. I think both teams played this map how it was supposed to be played. With some exceptions here and there. I mean, as you can see, it's all about wood control. This is why a lot of teams dread this map, because it's so punishing when you get pushed off of wood. Like, there's no other map that if you get pushed off of wood, it's this punishing. That's this map. Because there's no wood on the other side you can take. Especially not now that there's only 10 wood on these trees in the new patch. I think Gray, if he had dropped this castle on the wood line, would have been much better for him. He would have been able to get a town center up over here. He would have been able to take wood, get a reliable farming economy going. Maybe then when he starts pushing with Teal, there's actually a shot here that can overwhelm Orange, because Orange's economy wasn't... You know, the economy was good. It's just the position was kind of tricky. Like, a lot of his military was right there, right? Breaking into here. Might maybe have been a shot there. Green and Blue did a fantastic job pushing Red. Red definitely got overwhelmed very early on. He wanted to get that town center up to secure his wood line, but that never went up. So yeah, he got punished for that. But yeah, Yellow defending solidly with Berbers there. Good stuff. Yeah, and then Purple with the Sicilian Cavalier just wrecking everything. I mean, he lost a lot, but he killed a lot of army here for Green. He killed a lot of army here for Blue and Gray. And yeah, that was the GG. Let's have a look at the statistics here for a sec as I update the scoreboard, because why not? Here we go. Oh yeah, right. Statistics. Looking at the army count. Yeah, really nice army count for Blue there. With the Tatars. Definitely not cursed this game around, but again, this is not the map where I would say Tatars should be good on this map. You know, they can be, as you can see. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it on his own. Cavalry archers are notoriously bad at pushing buildings, pushing bases. Really bad at that. That's not what they're made for at all. So you kind of need to either couple your own push with siege or have a teammate who does that for you, right? Slav would have been good in that regard, but they never got there. So, look at that KD, man. Jesus Christ, 231 to 65. Sicilian Cavalier are insane. And yeah, Yellow did a great job with his knights as well. 103 versus 30. That's pretty good as well. Yeah. On the other side, the KDs were a bit more dicey. Blue, a lot of this is also because he lost a lot of units in that final fight, so that doesn't help. Economy-wise, looking pretty good for the Sicilian player like that. Even outbooming the Khmer player and the Slav player there, so that's pretty good. Let's look at the wood collected. Yeah, look, the wood collected for gray here. It's 4,000, just as bad as red. And red, probably worse than gray, because gray at least had some wood collection in the meantime, until he got pushed off of that. Red had no wood. Like nothing, until he started getting a town center up in the middle, and that's when he got some wood out. So, yeah, in the end, red had a bit more villagers because he was booming again, and gray didn't have the farming economy, because he didn't have the wood, so he couldn't afford the food for the vills. So, yeah. Nice boom here from blue. Yeah, good stuff. As you can see, it was quite equal, except that last fight. Look at that. That last fight swung that entire match completely out of the favor of Dark Team. Like, there was no chance at that point, so. GG.